Hello again. I just wanted to talk about these Milwaukee Impact guns. I have like first generation, second generation to current. I just wanted to kind of share my experience, and there's actually 3 different types of impact gun. So I just wanted to kind of chat about that real quick. And then I don't know if you want to call it a hack, but I bought these bit holders because you know, as you're doing different things, you need a Phillips head or star bit or square bit or whatever. As you're using them, you start working, you set your gun down, you pick it back up, and you realize the bit you were just using is falling out and you don't know where it's at. So yeah, I just want to show you these couple things real quick. So this guy here is your basic impact, and you can tell by the shape of the gun. I know I had several of these, but this happens to be the one I can locate at the moment. And this is the newer, what I would consider the basic impact gun. They work very, very well. They just tend to be just a little noisy, but they do the job. You come over to this guy here. So we have, these are what you call the hydrostatic drive, or they call them the Surge. I don't know. This one you can actually see it. It says the Surge. What's nice about these is as you're running a screw in, it's almost like a soft impact. So as you're running the screw in, I like to say it almost feels like you're drilling into a pillow, where this feels like you're drilling into something much harder. And then the newer models, you can identify these guys. So this guy is basically, I'm bringing it over here, kind of an updated version of these guys. And what you can tell is there's 3 little lights at the end. Turn on, pretty handy. The lights are actually quite handy. You come over to this one here, it just has the single light, which casts a lot of shadows. You're in a weird area, might not give you the light you like. Where this one, you have all 3. This here is a pack. Again, got off Amazon. It is, watch this thing gonna fall. It has 3 lights at the end. That's what you call the M18 Impact gun. And that came with a hammer drill. Nice little pack. But those are what I consider the 3 different styles of impact gun. Now, what I wanted to get to was, I get down here, like this one actually fell off. This guy here is still intact. But these bits, they tend to fall out as you're using the gun. Of course, that one seems to be holding pretty well. But what I found was, these guys here, they're kind of like a rubber. You gotta really, I'm pulling it pretty hard, but let's see. Get in there. But these bits do not fall out. And I'll give you a little example. This guy here is loose. Come on, camera's focusing funny. Okay, there's loose, but he's not falling out. So it's a nice little item for these impact guns. And another thing I absolutely love is these slide shafts. You put a screw in the end, slide the tip out, it holds the screw. Slide shaft, slide shaft. There's the old DeWalt one. Works just as well. This one, the slide shaft, there's a little ring right here that holds the slide shaft on, and there's another ring there. That ring is missing. So that slide shaft fell off. So this one I need to replace. I could show you how they function. Oh, and this is also a great little bit here. Like, that's just a 1/4 inch square head drive. Sorry, 3/8. 1/4 inch drive, 3/8 head. That's great for just running nuts and bolts. But again, these are just things that I use quite a bit. As you can tell, these things are pretty beat because I use them. This one has not been in circulation yet, so that one's still in great shape. All right. Yeah, apologize for the artwork, or actually I don't. My daughter labeled up these impact guns for me, so they don't get mixed up on jobs. But anyways, I just want to show you the difference between, this is what I consider your old school impact gun. You got your hydrostatic Surge, and then this is your newer impact gun. So we'll start with the old one here. Although this is the newer model of the old one, hence old one. So I have a couple screws here, and let's see how loud this is. And oops. Oh yeah, and the tip likes to fall out every now and then. So take the tip, put it back. This is the hydrostatic Surge. Has like a much softer. Also could be on a slightly different setting here. Like, let's see. You put them on these different settings. There's 1, 2, and 3. I prefer 3. That one was on 3. I'll try it again. It's a much softer feel. And then we'll go back to this newer impact. Let's see which one we're on. There's 3. And it's got the 3 lights on it. And it feels more torquey, like it wants to like really pull the screw in really quickly. I know I didn't do a side by side, but you get the same results. This is now awesome. Nice gun. I've always liked the hydrostatic one, but there's a little problem with the hydrostatic one. When you overwork the Surge, they tend to, when you pull the trigger, kind of not respond. So you have to mess with the button, you have to change the settings, and then it'll respond again. So that's a little trick. I don't know if anybody's ever encountered that, but I've had probably 10 of these, and it was my favorite. So I'm kind of like in between the new guy and this guy as my favorite. This old one, there's nothing wrong with. There's just something about it's a little bit different. But I definitely prefer the 2 on the ends. This guy I just kind of keep in my shed, so to speak, and I just do random little projects with it. So, but these guys I actually put out in the world and do all kinds of projects. But hopefully this is somewhat helpful to anyone that's interested in either these screw guns or impact guns, or if they've had any issues with them. All right, I hope that was it.